Well, howdy, happy Friday, and welcome to another edition of the Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by our friends at Hecton Crop Insurance. I'm Josh Johns.
And I'm Tabon Sharifi.
And Tabon, you know, this is our last show.
Yep.
Our last show.
It is our last show, and it's bright and sunny out here, Josh.
It is bright and sunny. You know, we were dealing with a few clouds earlier, but they seem to have just kind of broken up. A lot of sunshine.
A little bit. It'll probably stay like this for the rest of the day. Plenty more sunshine, more heat as well. We're seeing the 80s as we head into this afternoon, and those breezy winds. I mean, you can definitely see that out here.
Oh yeah, very windy, very breezy out here.
Those gusts, you know, up to 45 miles per hour. So still looking at that slight risk to see some elevated fire danger as well. Conditions up to 45 miles per hour. Winds will die down a little bit as we head into the evening hours, but still looking at breezy winds as we head into tomorrow as well. We have those gusts to 35 as we head into tomorrow. And
Tabon, you know, a lot of stuff won't happen at the rodeo without the help of volunteers, and we're here with a few of them right now. These are what we call the rodeo ninjas, correct?
Correct.
And could you give folks at home kind of an idea of first introduce yourself and what you do here at the rodeo?
My name's Jason White. Like I said, I'm one of the rodeo ninjas. I handle like the pyrotechnics in the opening part of the ceremony. We also handle things like the wine tent, the programs, all the signs you see up, all sorts of stuff.
I'm Kobe Little. I'm a part of the rodeo ninjas. I'm in charge of the shuttle drivers and the tractor drivers. We take people around the parking lots if they need to ride to like the carnival or the front of the Coliseum. Also, we do carts to the Spur Arena, and I'm also in charge of the VIP parking. Make sure all the banners are up and everyone that's supposed to be in there is in there.
So how did the term rodeo ninja come about, guys?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So several years ago, we started being called the rodeo ninjas because we were the part of the rodeo committee that we did stuff and no one knew exactly what we did. We're not the guys that are in the arena. We're not the face of the rodeo, things like that. We're the guys that we're in the background taking care of stuff. So when they would make a phone call and be like, hey, this needs to be done, we would take care of it. And so then they just started referring to us as the rodeo ninjas.
It's so much that y'all even made shirts.
Yes.
Get a look at this, guys. This says Rodeo Ninja on top. Tell them what it says on the back.
It's got, I am a ninja. No, you're not. Did you see me do that? Do what? Exactly.
That is really funny. And y'all are going to be busy tonight.
Yes.
So if someone wanted to become involved in the committee, maybe be involved in the Rodeo Ninja type sort of thing, how would they get involved in that?
The best way is just contact the rodeo office and just tell them that you want to be a volunteer. There's openings in various different aspects of it. And so, like I say, just contact them and tell them you want to help.
And what's your favorite part about doing this?
I like hanging out. I enjoy helping put on a good show, but this is the biggest event in San Angelo all year long, and just enjoy being a part of it.
Kobe, what's your favorite part about doing this?
Helping the people out and seeing everyone have a good time out here at the rodeo and making it happen for everyone.
Cool. Well, thank y'all for talking with us today. Tabon, I think we'll take a quick break and kind of see what else is going on. There's still a lot going on for the last day of the stock show here, at least the second to last day. There's still a few things going on tomorrow, but looks like we'll get out, kind of see what's going on, and we'll be back after this.
Welcome back to the Hangout Hour, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. Right now, we're in the First Community Spur Arena at the rabbit show going on. If you couldn't tell, we got some rabbits here. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing here and what's going on.
Well, we are showing rabbits, of course. That's
super simple question.
Yeah, showing rabbits.
So what brought you here? Where are you from?
The experience, and you can use a lot of this in the future by just remembering things. The experience is a blast, and yeah, responsibility and all that fun stuff.
Wow, and you guys have all different kinds of rabbits, so can you kind of tell us a little bit about the different breeds?
This is a mini lop. It's fluffy, a bigger breed, and it has floppy ears, a lop.
Oh, it's like a thumper.
So soft.
Yeah.
It's so soft. And
this is a Jersey Willy. and he's pretty soft too. He's
So
little.
cute.
He's got little ears. Yeah.
And what's yours?
This is a lion head. Really, the only thing that's weird about them is their mane, because it's like a lion.
Redhead. Do you guys have names for your bunnies? Or rabbits, I should say.
This is a Borat.
Borat?
This is Alejandro.
Oh.
And then bodacious.
Bodacious. That's super cute. What's your favorite part about being involved?
Probably like being able to see like all the other different kinds. It's really cool to like, I don't know, you see something and you're like, wait, what? Like, that's even a thing?
Yeah. That's awesome. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is getting to make an impact. You know, like you see a lot of young people and you can help them out, and it's really fun.
Cool. And what's your favorite part?
Favorite part is just the experience. It's just a fun thing to do, and you get out of school.
Of course, that's a good answer. So what do you have as advice to any kids that want to maybe do this next year?
Just like, it's really not that much work. Just go for it if you want to do it. You can probably do it. Like, it's really fun too.
That's awesome.
And so when you're showing the rabbit, what is the judge looking for exactly? What do you have to do to show a rabbit?
The head size and the fur quality. Make sure it has all of its nails, and make sure it's clean underneath, and his feet, his tail's not broken, etc. Just basic stuff.
So the judge is just looking basically at looks with these then.
And the muscles, like the shoulders, the hindquarters, and make sure it's filled out through there.
Where y'all from?
Little River Academy.
Okay.
And I've got to ask, is this any of your guys' bunnies?
Those are mine.
Can you tell us a little bit about these? Because they are huge.
Well, those are Flemish Giants, and they're really just, I don't really know how to explain it. They're just big, and like when they're judging them, pretty much the only thing they judge them over is just their size. Like they're just big. I don't
So
know.
the bigger one wins?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, they're so cute. Are they energetic, or are they pretty
Not
much
really.
like they're the
They're
old
like
grandpa
dogs.
that likes to sleep a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like big dogs, pretty much.
That's cool.
Not
Well,
even big.
that's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for talking
y'all.
with us today, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by our friends at Hecton Crop Insurance. Bob, we're in the Spur Arena. You already
Yes.
saw plenty of bunnies.
I know. I think I've already gotten my favorite part of today.
Well,
I'm not going to lie. The bunnies are so soft.
they're really soft.
And there was one that was literally this big.
They vary in size. Big,
They really
small. They're showing them over there, but
Yeah.
there's a lot going on in the Spur
There
Arena
is,
today.
there is.
We have Creative Arts here in the outside of
let's
it.
go
We're going
check
to
out
walk
Creative
through it.
Arts. And Creative Arts is open around noon usually, but they're open now because we have the events going on in the Spur
Mm-hmm.
Arena today. But they're open until 8 o'clock, and so you can definitely come out and check out Creative Arts. And there's a lot of great stuff, and they were saying they have an increase in the amount of people that they had brought in for Creative Arts this year, including photography and paintings and such. So there's probably a lot more to look at this year compared to last year too. And oh my gosh, I see a cat.
And Savannah already found her favorite
I
picture.
already found the cat. Look at the close-up.
So it's not only
Oh, it's so cute. So yeah, there's photography. They have paintings. They have quilts,
food,
food.
jellies.
So many things in here. And again, it's open because they're having events that are going on in here. And the photography is really amazing.
Oh, yeah. Always. There's pictures of the Lone Wolf Bridge, the Twin Buttes.
Oh, look, another one with the cat.
That's just the eyes.
It's so cute.
There's a dog.
There is. Love the cats.
There's a goat and a cow. Horses.
It's awesome to see how many people, send in all their information. And for next year, for those who want to, be a part of the Creative Arts Building, you just go to the website and you can, fill out the application form from there and submit your work.
And I think the fee next year is going to be $2.
Okay.
It's $1 this year. I think they're making it $2 next year.
Okay.
But even up top here, you got quilts.
Right. All the
Quilts
awesome
with
quilts.
all the food and clothes. There's
Yeah,
plenty
you
of
even have
categories
some
in
clothing over there as well.
this. They had clothing. Oh, it's over in that.
Yeah,
entrance,
it's
not
right,
in this
right over
entrance.
here, right
And
in
here's
the middle.
Legos. They even have Lego
Yeah.
sculptures.
Wow. Did you make Legos a lot as a kid, Josh?
Always.
Yeah?
I liked making stuff on my own sometimes.
How did they
Had something
turn out?
that looked like that. Well, I had a mobile chase lab. Had a mobile chase lab with a radar on it.
And then they also have ceramics too.
Ceramics, quilts. And just underscores all the talent we have in the Concho Valley.
Yeah, definitely. Plenty of artwork here. So right now, tell us where we're making our way to right now.
We're
we have
making
a couple
our way to
events
the
in here.
consumer decision-making contest that's 4-H and FFA that's going on also in the Spur Arena. They
Right.
got 2 events going on in the Spur Arena today, so they kind of split it up, and that's what's going on over here. So we're walking through Creative Arts, get through there.
And can you tell us a little bit about consumer decision making?
From what I understand, I'm not completely sure, it's kind of a class on adulting. Because you're sitting there and you're saying, what's my best purchase
Okay.
on some of these items? I was never involved in it. I hadn't even heard of it until this year.
They
So,
even have jewelry.
absolutely.
That's really cool. So that's where we're going right now, seeing if we can grab an interview. They could tell us a little bit more details about what they're doing there.
Yep. And so while we search out that interview,
And kind of see what they're, doing specifically, like with their tables that are set up, what activities they have planned to kind of get into the decision making.
yeah, well, it seems like a pretty cool event.
So
You
we'll
see
go
all the
ahead and-
kids sitting there making their choices.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this place looks a lot bigger when you don't have all the big animals in it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a huge arena.
It's huge. Good morning, how are you doing?
And we're here.
Well, we're here.
We're here with Mr. Branham. Nice to meet you. And you're in charge of the consumer decision-making contest here, right?
Correct.
Can you tell us what that is exactly?
Yes, I can. All right, so basically, consumer decision making, it's structured a lot like our other judging contests, livestock judging, wool judging, things like that, where they're placing 4 things best to worst. In this particular contest, it has to do with, just like the title implies, consumer decision making. It's basically making smart decisions when it comes to shopping.
Okay.
So the classes are going to vary. Sometimes, for instance, today they're judging anything from computers to fast food meals to outdoor equipment, tennis shoes, and a variety of other things. So basically they're going to have 4 products of the same nature, but they're going to place them best to worst based on the information available. There's a scenario, so they have
Okay.
to consider what this particular shopper is looking for.
Okay.
They have to base their decision somewhat on the information that they know from studying. In other words, what makes a good pair of tennis shoes. If I need a tennis shoe for this versus for track and field versus jogging, those type of things. So they take all that information combined with the scenario and use that to make the decision on those 4 products.
Okay, so there's different stations. Do they all get to kind of go throughout all the stations? And
Yeah, they'll rotate. We give them 8 minutes of class, and so they'll rotate from station to station.
Okay.
They'll judge 6 classes, and then our intermediate age participants will present 1 set of oral reasons, and our seniors will do 2 sets of oral reasons. So basically, a class or 2 classes, they will have to develop a 2-minute or less presentation on why. It's basically defending their choice.
Okay.
Why they placed them the way they did.
And do these students sign up for this? Do they bring them for the schools?
Yes,
or-
I'm going to say 99% of our participants here today are through various county 4-H programs
Okay.
in the area as well as across the state, but also there are FFA groups that participate as well. In some of our other contest areas like livestock judging, you'll see a pretty even split between FFA groups and 4-H groups. This contest is a heavy 4-H type contest. We do this contest at our state roundup as well, and so we have a lot of 4-H participants that come to it.
That's
Now, I had
awesome.
never heard of this event. How long has it been here in San Angelo?
It's as long as I can remember.
Okay.
I've been either a county extension agent or now I'm the district 4-H specialist, and for I guess about 15, 16 years now, and it's been around at least that long, if not longer.
What's your favorite part that you think the kids can learn from
Well,
here?
I'll tell you, and I used to coach this as a county agent. I had a lot of kids participate, and my own children have participated in it as well. And obviously, learning some smart skills when it comes to making decisions that they can use as an adult when they go and make their own purchases. Hopefully, they'll put some thought into it, not just what they think looks the coolest,
Right.
or maybe their mindset is, well, what if it's more expensive, then it must be better, and that's not always the case. And
Right.
so, making those smart decisions. Years ago, we had a class related to credit cards, and I
Okay.
thought that was a great one because
yeah.
teaching them at a young age those type of things so they don't get trapped as adults or
Right.
young adults.
Important life lesson skills.
Building up debt and stuff like that. And so we spend a lot of time talking about, okay, what are your needs versus your wants, realizing that, ooh, I like this, but is it really necessary for what I'm trying to accomplish? And so it's teaching some great life skills. So I think it's one of the coolest contests we
Yeah.
offer in that regard.
That's awesome. So how long does this go on for today?
We started this morning, just a little bit ago. We started at 10 or 10:30,
Okay.
and we'll be done a little after lunch. It's a pretty quick contest, 6 classes, 8 minutes a class, so you're looking at less than an hour for the judging part, and then probably another hour or so for the oral reasons part, and then we tabulate and do awards, and everybody goes home.
Wow, that's awesome. So how do you decide who gets the award based on the presentations?
It's so everything is done on a Scantron, and so they place the class, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, that placing that they make as a contestant.
Yeah, you do it.
Well, welcome back to the Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by our friends at the Hecton Crop Insurance. Bob, we're outside of the Housley Communications Barn,
yes.
and they're starting to load in the Longhorns.
Yes.
I believe the show is tomorrow.
And
we found one.
we came and found a Longhorn.
This is Corey. Corey's from Hico, right?
Texas.
And tell us about your Longhorn here.
Real McCoy is going to be 5 years old tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday, so he still has a little bit of growing to do. He's a saddle steer that our son that's at Texas A&M saddle trained. He usually carries the flag in for most of our shows to do opening ceremonies with the national anthem. He's been in our family since he was 5 months old, and he's probably the biggest yard pet we've ever had.
And he's really timid for a Longhorn, from what I understand, just from interacting with him over the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see, she was taking tons of pictures.
so
with
many
him.
photos.
Not a whole lot bothers him. He usually looks for a camera. He's a ham. He likes the people. He loves being out in public. So you'll see him turning his head because he sees there's multiple cameras, so he doesn't know who to look at now.
He's trying to get his best shot.
Absolutely, yes.
So y'all are showing the Longhorns tomorrow, correct?
Yes, we will show Saturday and Sunday. The trophy steers, which McCoy is a junior trophy steer. He's one of the babies that will be here. There will be a few bigger ones. So y'all come by and see us tomorrow, and then the kids will show on Sunday morning.
Wow, and how much bigger does he get?
They can get bigger. There's going to be one here that's just under 130 inches tip to tip on his horns, and he's only 6 years old, I believe. His name is Bucklehead,
goodness.
so he will be here shortly.
Oh my gosh. And what did you say the name of yours was?
This is Real McCoy.
Oh, McCoy.
And our
So
son
cute.
named him. He's a namesake after my dad.
Aw.
Yeah, we have a third generation family ranch in Hico, Texas, and we're Longhorn breeders.
So y'all been doing this a long time.
A little bit. We started Longhorns about 10 years ago when the drought hit, and we had to sell out the beef masters because of the longevity and the things that they can survive on less than most beef cattle can. So it was kind of a smart thing for our family to do. Budget-wise, we're not having to put out as much feed, and it's actually been a whole lot more fun.
Aw, that's great.
And so when he's fully grown, because you said he's a baby, are his horns getting any longer?
They will continually grow. He will continually get a little taller, and his horns will get a little longer. But they start to slow down as they age. They can live up into their 30s if you take good care of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so great. I love it. And where's your next stop from here?
Oh gosh, our next stop is Austin. So
Okay.
I think it's Rodeo Austin. They call it Star of Texas, I believe.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're
and
welcome.
Thank you for letting me take all the pictures with your Longhorn.
You're very welcome. Thank y'all for having us.
So sweet. Well, thank you so much. And thank you guys all for joining us on this journey over the last couple of weeks here at the San Angelo Stock Stock Show and Rodeo Fairgrounds, seeing all the behind the scenes of everything here at the Hangout Hour. And you know, this is our last day here.
It's been a pleasure working with you. This has been a fun deal. I usually don't get up this early.
Yeah, no, you don't.
On the evening shift, so. But it's been fun coming out here every day and doing this.
Yes, it really has been. It's been a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed all the coverage we brought to you here at the fairgrounds. We couldn't have done it with Sudden Link and San Angelo RV helping us bring all this rodeo coverage, and of course Hecton Crop Insurance.
Hecton Crop Insurance, good folks there helping us bring you this hangout hour that we've had over the last few weeks. So we're going to get all these compiled. We've been posting them every day, but we're going to get them into a section where you'll be able to find them. If you miss any of them, you should be able to find them on the Concho Valley homepage.
Yes, you should. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Bye.